Welcome to Product Photography Basics with Simp-Q. With our studios already creating the perfect environment for taking product shots, such as providing ideal lighting, accurate color of your products, and addressing issues such as glares and shadows, there will only be a few things you need to do with your camera to get the perfect shot. This video will go over those basic but important tips on how to take shots using a camera or smartphone. For this demonstration, we'll be using an iPhone, but we will be providing instructions for any cameras in general. Step 1. Use a tripod or set your camera on a steady surface. Whether you're shooting with a camera or a smartphone, to get a sharp picture, it's important to get your camera steady. Therefore, we would recommend using a tripod or setting your camera on the floor of the studios for straight-on shots. Step 2. Turn off flash. The studio already provides ideal lighting. Therefore, any additional lighting can create an effect you may not want, so turn off your flash. Step 3. Get the right settings on your camera. On a smartphone, that means turning off your live view mode and turning off your HDR. If you do not see the option for HDR on your camera app, go to the settings on your phone, scroll all the way down till you find your camera settings, and turn off the auto HDR. Then open your camera again and you will see it there. Now if you're shooting with a digital camera, you can set your camera to P mode, which will give you more flexibility on controlling the flash and the exposure on your camera compared to auto mode. Being able to control the exposure is very important, as we will discuss in a few steps. You will also want to set your white balance on auto and your ISO on auto as well. If you're familiar with photography and would like to shoot in manual mode instead, we would still recommend you set your white balance on auto and your ISO on auto. Then all you would need to do is adjust your f-stop and shutter speed to your preference. Step 4. Shoot your products big. Your product should cover 80% of the screen. Shooting your product big will provide more resolution for your product and make your background more white if you're shooting on a white background. Step 5. Adjust the exposure on your camera. For each shot, it's important to get the right brightness for your picture. For the iPhone, tap the area on the screen where you want to focus. Then when that focus box pops up, move the sunbeam that is next to that box either up or down to adjust the exposure. The process is similar for other smartphones as well. Shooting on a white background, you'll want to increase the brightness of your exposure a little bit. Doing so will make your picture brighter and the background more white. On a black background, you would want to do the opposite and decrease the brightness of your exposure. For digital cameras, you would want to do the same thing and adjust the exposure based on the color of the product and the color of the background. This concludes our tips. Thank you for watching this video. Applying these few basic tips will help your shots greatly. Be sure to check out our website and our YouTube channel for additional tips on photography.